blessed Yule. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Hi, hi, hi. How is everyone? Blessed Yule. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. I hope that you had a great night. I hope that you had the opportunity to stay up if you wanted to greet the sun this morning if you wanted to. Here we had overcast. It was super overcast. And so I didn't even, usually I post a picture in the morning of the first light, but there wasn't, it just got a little less dark, but it wasn't, like there wasn't anything I could point to and say, look, there's the return of the light. It didn't happen. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Lori. So I didn't even post my picture of the return of the light because I didn't get it. I didn't get a good picture of the return of the light. I got kind of this gray overcast looking picture, which I probably should have posted because that happens all the time, right? It was so cold this morning. Oh, I hear you. And that I do have to say, at least here, I didn't have that problem. It was actually not too bad. Bracing for impact sleet is coming. Oh, I have heard lots of people talk about the snow that's coming for them. And I'm sorry to say that tomorrow is going to be our best day. The computer mat, the floor is freezing. Tomorrow is supposed to be almost 70 here. So I'm kind of excited about it. Yay, blessed winter solstice. Yay. And then we're going to get cold, actually. Friday is supposed to be like a high of 39. The people around here are going crazy. So, let me have you take a quick peek at just what I have put together for you all. I harvested fresh juniper at the last place we were in, so I have the altar filled with fresh juniper. I have a God and Goddess candle. The God represents the sun's return, and the Goddess candle represents the moon and the goddess. I have some of my ancestors out. This is represents my goddess, and this represents my God, since I don't have like a whole lot of breakable statue stuff while we're out here. And then I had my offerings. I had offerings soaking in the sun. Oops, my offerings soaking in the sun all day. These are a lot of my quartz crystals that I charged in the sun because a lot of the places that I'm planning on going to, and see, in case you missed my little jumper, isn't it cute? A lot of the places that I'm going to, I plan on doing some healing kind of ritual work at the places that I'm going to along the way. So I wanted to really charge those crystals as best I could. Because I'm going to leave one of my crystals at each place that I go to. Something hit me when I went to, those of you who saw my video about going to Mississippi, where I talked about Emmett Till, and I left a healing crystal there that I had charged. It's the same kind of thing, and something hit me that this part of my journey in doing this is going to be to heal or to help heal. Not that I'm able to do that, or because it's really not me healing, but that I'm going to try to heal or help to heal some of the sites that have really hit me hard as an empath. And so part of my new year, the solstice challenge for me is going to be to visit some of these places that as an empath really hit me hard, such as mass shooting sites and stuff. So we're going to Uvalde. Before we leave Texas, we'll be going to Uvalde and San Antonio, where there was mass shootings, and I want to be able to do some Reiki and do some healing work around that, and I want to leave one of the crystals that I'm charging for that purpose. So that's one of the things as the new beginnings, when we talk about Yule and new beginnings and the sun's return, that's one of the things I'm going to be doing this year is some healing work that way. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. I forgot to bring myself up here so I could see your comments. Whoops. Hi, Krista. Blessed Yule. Yay. So, I don't know if you didn't get a chance to see my video last night, that's okay. There are 12 traditional 12 days of Yule, and I would like to try to do a video about the same time every day. Some of it, like I know tomorrow will be fine, but Friday is going to be really cold, so we may get like an inside my little camper bedroom video on Friday, but I'm going to try to do it outside when I can, so. In the meantime, just know that I'm going to try to do, even if it's kind of a short video, I want to do a 12 days of Yule video every day for these 12 days, so that I can just kind of update. This is what today means. This is what tomorrow means. This is what you should be doing, you know, or not should be, you know. This is an idea of what you can do to help celebrate the season of Yule. So that is truly a wonderful act to do for the trauma experienced by that town. I think I just had an experience when I went to the place where they pulled Emmett Till's body from the river, that I knew that I really needed to try to stop and heal. They have a horned critter that's not Krampus. Yay! You can go back and watch it. No big deal. And I decided that is, as an empath, those places are important to me because anybody who's an empath knows that you feel when those things happen, you feel them so deeply. And when I went to this place where they pulled Emmett Till's body from the river, I realized that there was still so much healing that needed to be done. Like the whole community had this funk to it. Yes. Starting today, there will be, a live video. I'm going to try to do a live video this time every day. This time for me is 6 o'clock, but I'm in Central Time. So 6 o'clock Central Time, whatever time it is now for you, that's what time I will try to be on every day. Even like I said, even it might be a 10-15 minute video to say, okay, this is what today is. This is how I'm celebrating, to give you some ideas. This is what tomorrow's supposed to be. I figured that would be a good thing to do, kind of to give you an idea of what the 12 days of Yule are. I really like the tradition of taking a whole 12 days to really celebrate the whole holiday. I will say I posted a couple things today. Brian Cormac Carr, who I love. If you do not know him, he is also on YouTube. Hi, Steven. He posted this wonderful commercial, and one of the first things I watched this morning was this commercial that is, I think it's a whiskey. It's J&B whiskey commercial, and it is the most wonderful. I'm like, this is the feeling of the holiday. If everyone could love this deeply and do this much for those that we love to make them feel welcome. So I posted that. I think I posted it also in Witchy Wisdom, I believe. I posted it on my personal page, but I'm pretty sure today I also posted it in Witchy Wisdom. Look for, it's the commercial. It's like 3-minute commercial, and I believe it's J&B whiskey. I think it's a whiskey commercial. It's funny, they don't really talk about it, but they show him kind of, taking a drink. But it's the grandfather putting on makeup. So if you see in the beginning the grandfather putting on makeup, that you'll know that's the commercial, and it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. That's the feeling that I would like to leave everyone for the holidays this year. Truly, it's so good. Okay. Yes, traumatic events imprint their energies like that. Yes, absolutely. And boy, did I feel that at Emmett Till's, the site where he pulled his body. Where they pulled his body from the river. I really felt like it had been so long and still no healing work had been done. So I think that's part of my mission as I'm going across the country here, is going to be to find these sites that really had an impact on me, and to do what I can to help heal a little bit some of that energy that's there, so that maybe the love that everyone, all of us feel for these people who have gone through these traumatic events, maybe they can feel it a little bit more. And if that's the least I can do, hopefully that will help. That's all I want, is that they can feel connected. I love Brian too. A BCC, I love you, I love you, I love you. He's just wonderful. His energy is incredible. I love him. Okay, so let's talk about Yule. Yule, today is the actual day of the winter solstice. It means that it's the shortest day of the year. You can see it's dark already. From here on out, that means the sun will return a little bit more every day. So that's the hope, the renewal. Remember, we were talking about last night. We have to get through that longest night to get to the renewal of the sun's return. And here we are. The sun returned this morning, and it will return again tomorrow, and it'll be a little bit longer tomorrow, and it'll be a little bit longer the day after that. Scientifically, in reality, it's almost the same for a couple days, actually, and then it gets a couple more seconds and a couple more seconds, and then a minute or so, and then, but we know that that's the return of the sun has begun. And so for us, that means we are looking towards the future. Hopefully last night we got a chance to kind of really dig deep into what we went through this year that we want to change, what we want to set down this year that isn't ours anymore. And we can take the renewal of the sun that came back today and turn that into, how do we want to live in the future? What does our future life look like now? Where do we want to change things for the better? How does my love for the universe come forward and grow and be shared with everyone in a different way, maybe, than has been in past years? And so for me, a lot of that is the hope. And I think people have been hurting, and so much trauma has happened, and transition energy has been everywhere in the last few years. I don't know if you guys saw, but Lee said yesterday, shortly after the video that we had done, that she lost another, close seer, a female that she felt very close to, and so she gained another seer ancestor on her side. But again, that transition energy is very strong. It's okay, Angelica. Hi, honey. So, hi, Krista. So here we are at the hope, the beginning of Yule. There is something to be said. There's an invocation that I really loved that I want to share with you guys. It says, and I think we should all repeat this for sure, because this is a really good invocation to start your year out correctly. Yule is both a beginning and an end. Yule is both a beginning and an end. The darkness and the light. The darkness and the light. Our year divided in two. Our year divided in two. So dark half of the year, light half of the year. Here we go. We're getting towards the light, right? Our commitments for this year sealed and finished. Our commitments for this year sealed and finished. And that's part of, we'll talk about, I really love, this is like the sealed and finished. That half of the year is done. Now we want to see how we can move forward. Our plans for the year ahead unfolding and becoming. Our plans for the year ahead unfolding and becoming. What do we want them to become? Amen. Aho. So it is. Amen. Aho. So it is. Right? Can we start that? Bring back the light, right? Me too. I'm ready. So that is just something good to kind of start us off in a good way. Let's talk about, I know I've talked about it before, but sometimes people haven't heard it. Winter solstice was the return of the sun. So a lot of different traditions celebrated it differently. I know Michelle Erskine was saying yesterday, the Festival of Lights, Hanukkah is upon us, and that is the same kind of feeling, right? The ancient Romans did Saturnalia, same thing. Hindus called it Diwali. The Northern European ancestors called it Yule, Yule, Jul, for like the Scandinavian ancestors. And so many of our traditions that we think of today, Christmas traditions and Yule traditions alike, came from all of those who came before us. So all of those incredible traditions we are able to pass down and to begin again, begin our year the way we need to, and kind of start with fresh energy, the sun's return, the hope of the sun's return. Now, I will say there's so many of us that are alone, that are lonely, that are hurting, that are, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm glossing over that, because I don't. And believe me, I'm hurting. This year is a hard year for me too. This is I have 4 boys. This is the first year in their entire lives. Here comes the sun. And I say, it's all right. That's a perfect song to sing. This is the first year that I have spent the Christmas holiday, the Yule holidays, without my boys. It's really tough. That is not something as a mother I ever thought I would do. But, you know, sometimes circumstances come up and they're adults. They're adults. And there's only so much I could do. And this is my journey this time. I have to do what I have to do. And so here we are. And I know that I have to hope that they are doing well, that they will turn to us if they need something, because of course we're still going to try to be here. But the hope and renewal of the sun comes, and we keep moving forward. I'm ready for a new beginning. I posted my stepdad's obituary today by design. Perfect completion. The end of the year that has passed. Completion of that energy and the hope of the new beginnings that we are setting up now. And so really this week, I love this week before Christmas and New Year's, where the lucky ones of us have off of work. If not, hopefully you have a few days off where you can really sit and say, what do I want that to look like? What do I expect in this new year? What do I want to set up to take advantage of the hope of the new beginnings of the year? Here we are, right? What does that look like? All of those traditions were ways to celebrate the return of the sun and light after bleak northern winters, a time to celebrate brighter days and hope for a brighter future. Pagans in ancient Scandinavia and Germany celebrated Yule, Jul, Yule, and in modern times, Yule is still the name for this celebration. It's often translated into English as Christmas. The two celebrations are intrinsically linked, since most of the Yule traditions are where most common modern Christmas traditions come from. I did want to say too, someone had said, and I know you all know this, but someone had said, is it, I want to say this delicately, I got really annoyed when the far-right Christians started talking about the war on Christmas and how horrible it was if people couldn't say Merry Christmas. And I'm not a Christian anymore, but my husband is. I'm not Jewish. I don't celebrate Kwanzaa, but if someone said to me, Happy Kwanzaa, Blessed Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, I just don't understand how taking that well wishes, none of it means fuck you, how taking those well wishes is a bad thing, right? If you say to me Merry Christmas, awesome. If you say Blessed Yule, awesome. I will tell people Merry Christmas, especially, or Happy Hanukkah if I know they're Jewish. Happy Hanukkah. If we can just put aside some of our differences this year, maybe we can try to get along with people and our neighbors. Gosh, if we could just start looking at people as neighbors again instead of as people who think differently than we do. For goodness sakes, not that we have to ignore everything. I'm not saying throw away your beautiful girls here. Are you kidding me? Not that you have to throw away your belief system, but we don't always have to talk about the stuff we disagree with. There's so much that we can agree with. Why? Why do we have to, I don't know, focus on the bad? Can we just move on? I'm getting tired of it, because to me that takes away our hope, because it seems very bleak and lonely and not hopeful at all when you start looking at only our differences, because our differences are great. We have great, big, wide disparities. Let's just start treating each other as human beings again for a while. Can we? Please? Maybe? I'm not saying to not fight for what you believe in at all. I'm just saying, can we just try to do it nicely? Please? Pretty please? Because I need a little hope. Okay. So that many people will do a prayer to the sun, which is a wonderful thing. I normally come out and do a prayer to the sun. I did not this morning. I'll be honest with you. I didn't feel it this morning because I couldn't see the damn sun. All I could see was clouds. And so I kind of did a quick little welcome back. I'm glad you're back, and went back it. As that works as long as everyone participates. For sure. For sure. Like, for instance, see, I don't want to say this too loud. My wonderful neighbors now across the street for a week or two, however long we're here, are so sweet. Sweet little old people. They are just wonderful. And you know what? He was wearing a Trump hat today. Now, I could have said, oh, I so disagree. But why? Why? They were so sweet. They have helped us out this week. I have helped them. Peter has offered to help them and stuff. Why would I do that? For what? Do you think I'm going to change his mind? No, he's 88. He's pretty set in his ways. He was nice to me. He was generous. He was giving. I'm good with that for now. I don't think we always have to bring out our differences. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to step off my soapbox now. Okay, so there's prayers to the sun. You can do prayers to the sun. I will say this time of year, when we are talking about new beginnings, this is a great time to pull out your ritual tools and cleanse your ritual tools. Let them get cleansed, begin again, rededicate them, kind of say a prayer of them for a rededication to your new goals and purposes. That would be great. Without the darkness, without that, we'll never appreciate the growth of light. Oh, so much, so much, so much. Hi, Linda. So yes, cleanse your ritual tools. This is a perfect time to kind of do some cleansing and rededicate the tools that you have to your practice. Perfect time to do that in the new hope of the new year. Another thing that I have done in past years is called a butter offering. So there is some people, how do I say this? Some people follow the god Sana, which has to do with the sun. Hi, Jewel. And a great way to give an offering to Sana, the sun god, is to put the Sawillo rune. So the Sawillo rune looks like an S. It looks like a lightning bolt S. Put the Sawillo rune on your door or on a wall of the outside of your house that faces the sun, so that Sana, the sun god, can take a little bit of it as an offering as it melts. That's a perfect way to give an offering to the sun gods. Perfect. I've done that in the past. I probably won't do that because we have ants here now. If I was up in the north and it was frozen and there are no ants left right now, I would do that again. Down here, not a great time of year to do that because we'll get ants on the side of our camper. So not today, but a lot of times I would. Sun salutations, that's a great way. The Yule log, if you have a Yule log from last year, to burn it as your offering to the things that you're letting go of. And if you want to write the things that you're letting go of, and then write a few things that you have in hope. I usually use at Yule time anyway, in hope. I want to walk forward in hope and try to heal as much of the land as I see. I'm going to be in cold. It's going to be cold in the rest of Texas. I know it is. I know. Hi, Trisha. So if you don't have a Yule log, try even a piece of Palo Santo can be a substitute for a Yule log. And you can then burn your intentions on the Yule log. And that's a great way to start that new beginning. And it smells awesome. It smells awesome. I do recommend a torch for Palo Santo because it's really hard to light without the torch. Just saying. What else? What else? What else? Nisei. So the Nasir, the little elves, gnomes, and spirits of the winter of Scandinavian tradition, the Nasir, the Tomten, and the Yule elves. So the Nasir were specific to your household. They were little, almost gnome-like creatures. Usually they had the red conical hats and the blue shirts. And they were specific to the household. So you had your own house Nasir. And hey, perfect. Palo Santo. And that cleanses too. So, and it smells amazing. So you can give offerings to your house Nasir, which then will bring you more good luck and more new beginnings and more hope as the year goes on. You can give an offering to your house Nasir and let him know that you're thinking of him and that you appreciate him. And that's a great, great little tradition. A lot of times, because the Nasir was a farm spirit to the house, Nisser, Nasir. Too windy. Yeah, we're gonna have a little fire when I'm done. But yes, the Nasir were specific usually to farms, but a lot of people have changed it to their house Nasirs. My parents were from Denmark. Nissemen, there you go. Yes, and it is a Danish tradition. My ancestors came from Denmark also. And so the good kind of Nasir would watch over the household. They would make sure the farm animals were taken care of. So they will watch over your animals for you. They will help your animals to stay safe. I miss you too. And they will watch over your household. They have 4 fingers usually, sometimes pointed ears. Their eyes reflect the light like a cat's eyes a lot of times. And they are known to be shapeshifters. So you may see them in a different form. Would Gryla fall? Oh, good question. I think Gryla falls under something else because the Nasir are little, and I think Gryla is big, like our size or bigger. Nisei is one of the most familiar creatures of Scandinavian folklore and has appeared, yes, in many, many, many works of literature. Yes, they are all over the place. But they are shapeshifters, so you may not see them in their form. You may catch them, a glimpse out of the corner of your eye, running through. They look after the animals. They appreciated porridge, so there's a rice porridge that's really good, made with sugar. If somebody will remind me to post, I can post the recipe that my family had for rice porridge for the Nisei or the Nasir. And I can post that on the Facebook page when we're done, if somebody can remind me. But that is what we used to leave them when my grandmother was alive, mostly, was their rice porridge. Yeah, giant. Yes. I think that's a different thing. Lee. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, but I think that's a different thing. Other offerings, you can leave offerings for the Holly King, who is giving up his reign, and the Oak King now is in charge. So you can give offerings to the Holly King for his sacrifice, and then also give offerings for the newly crowned Oak King. And that would be like holly leaves or fir tree needles or something like that would be good for their kind of offerings. So that's really it. I have a special little prayer, and then I want to just touch a little tiny bit on tomorrow, what tomorrow is, so that you can get an idea. Maybe I should be doing these a day ahead of time so that you know what to do for the next one. Am I doing that wrong? I should probably be doing tomorrow's today so you know what to do tomorrow, right? I can talk about tomorrow's and then we'll do it that way if you want. I didn't really think about that. Let me just say our quick prayer. So I have mead for the gods. So if you have anything to drink at all, that's okay. I want you to, let's take a couple deep breaths. I miss these chats so much, Joe. I'm so glad that you're here too. By the way, Joe is having a sale at the end of this, I think, shortly, coming up here at 7, I think, right? Or I keep thinking, I forget that I'm on Central Time. But I believe Joe's having a sale, so go take a look. And Joe's so creative. I love that. Thank goodness I get to see his little creations like all night. He's like the big, huge, giant, hairy Martha Stewart. I love you, Joe. Okay, so here we go. Big breath. Okay, here we go. Gods of the Aesir and Vanir, you come to us at this winter solstice as a long ship through the ageless misty sea, reaching its port of call as helmsman to our folk. Through eons you have watched us. We lift this horn of mead to you, lords of the two horizons. Bequeath to us the token of your guidance. Now may the days grow ever longer. May the light shine forth from the sky, turning the tide of winter. Here do we burn the mighty Yule log and celebrate the cycle of a new year. To you we now hail the sun's rebirth. Hail to you. Hail yes. I really felt a Viking kind of tone for this Yule this year. Okay, so let me quickly go through tomorrow. And I guess you're right. I should have kind of thought about it now, which kind of ticks me off because I would have done a couple things differently. Damn it. But now I'll be ahead of it, I promise. So then we'll talk about what's going on tomorrow, and then tomorrow I'll talk about the next day. Okay, so tomorrow's the third day of Yule is tomorrow. And tomorrow is what we call Hygge Day. So you all know what Hygge is. It's a Scandinavian tradition, and it has come across in decoration. So if you look up Hygge, you'll see decorations kind of all over the place, and it's like this warm, cozy feeling. And the household, the Scandinavians believe that that warm, cozy, taking care of your house feeling is not something. What is that noise? Is not something to shy away from. Is not something that they just spend as little time on as they can. They feel it as a warm, cozy tradition that you should embrace. And after the first couple of days of Yule, you kind of really enjoy. This is like where you put on pajamas and you put on your slippers and you walk around in a Snuggie all day. I don't know. We're in a park for old people. I don't know how this is happening. So Huggy Day activities, watching holiday movies, listening to music, holiday music before Christmas comes, right? Taking naps. Isn't that great to have a holiday? This is part of the holiday tradition, is taking naps. Sounds like a Bills game. I know, right? Reading, working on crafts that you like, eating junk food or comfort food. After all that relaxation, if you can, meditate. Mom Jen, do you have a Hygge Pinterest board? You know, I don't think I do, Leanne. I'm going to have to create one, though, because there's like a whole Hygge feeling. And I'm going to have to create one for sure. Yes, right? Hygge Day sounds like my kind of celebration. Yes, I love Hygge Day. It's maybe do a meditation, maybe a little divination if you feel up to it. If not, it's okay. Hygge Day is about self-love, self-care, doing what is good for you, really allowing yourself to feel comfort in your home and relaxing in your home and being warm and cozy and snuggling with your loved ones and your pets. We used to string together popcorn and fresh cranberries and bring them out. A Huggy Day, yes! Bring them out for the birds. That's the one thing we did, is to kind of help the animals celebrate Huggy Day too. We just would string popcorn and cranberries, or take a pine cone and roll it in peanut butter and roll it in birdseed and bring that out for the birds. That's a good way to kind of help the animals to celebrate Hygge Day too, to give them a little bit back. It's a wintertime mantra. It comes from the Scandinavian way. In Scandinavia, it's a year-round tradition, started to be embraced by those Western countries, especially for the cold months of the year. Because remember, in Scandinavia, much of Scandinavia is dark or almost dark for like 6 months out of the year. The more north you get, the less light you get. So they really started this culture of, and traditions of, visiting with family, but wearing either soft pajamas or robes or big fluffy sweatshirts, and gathering in comfort together so that you could enjoy each other's company. But they're in the dark for a long time. And the fact that they're in the dark for a long time, and also one of the happiest places on earth, says they know what they're doing. They have an idea of how to keep this. You know, we talk about seasonal affect disorder, and that's a thing. I'm not saying it's not a thing, but perhaps we just don't know how to do it right? Perhaps we need to have more pajama days and soft fuzzy blankets and wear slippers around and, become the Walmart freaks. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. It's about a warm and welcoming environment. The simplest thing, like tea or coffee, make that enjoyable by creating a ritual around it and having intention through it. Or doing a little something, either put a little Irish cream in your coffee, or a little peppermint stick in your tea, or do something just to make that mundane thing more cozy, more comfortable, more in keeping with I need a hug kind of day, right? Oh, that is going to be my celebration theme. Hygge House. Woo! Yes. So the Danes see the domestic and personal life as an art form and not a drudgery to get away from. And that's the biggest thing. They don't see it as oh gosh, I gotta, take care of my house. They see it as an art. Like, look at what I have done to my house to make it inviting and welcoming to you and to yours. So that is, thank you, Leanne. I'll have to check that out for sure. I'm excited. That is what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is Hygge Day. And I will try to post a little bit about it tomorrow or tonight or tomorrow on the page. And then tomorrow we will come back at this same time and talk about the fourth day. And the fourth day, of Yule is about counting blessings. And there's a whole kind of bunch of things that we can do to count your blessings. All right, so click the like button if you would. I love you guys. I'm so glad to be back more. Don't forget, Joe is having this great sale on at 8 o'clock on his channel. And he is so fucking creative. I can't stand it. He's just I don't know how you come up with all this shit, Joe. I just love it. And it's, thank goodness, I have to say, the good thing about me being in this camper is that I am not allowed to buy anything else unless I take something else out of this camper, because we do not have the room. Which is really good, because I would be blowing my money all over. And don't forget that between Christmas, between Christmas and New Year that week, I will be doing some special readings. So I will post about, I haven't come up with how much yet. I will post about those special readings and how you can get a hold of those special readings. Okay. No problem. Let me know, Joe. I love you. I love you. I love you. I might miss Friday's show. No problem. Well, good luck to you, Lee. Take a look at that commercial also, because that is the feeling of the holiday. That I think it's J&B whiskey commercial, and it is, I posted it in both, I think my personal page and I think in the Facebook page. Yes, Joe's channel is Joe's Curiosities on Facebook, and somebody just posted it. Leanne just posted, that's his channel right there. So blessed Yule, everyone. Have a wonderful Yule. Spend some time with family. Do some things together. Celebrate Hygge Day tomorrow. Let's all stay in some soft cushy jammies, and I'll post in my soft cushy jammies. I should have. I like this one for Yule. So cute. All right. Happy solstice. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.